What's up guys, this is Chris, back with another video. Hey, first of all, I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you all. If you're watching this video while you're hanging out with the family, cut it off, go hang out with your family. I hope you're watching it while you're filled up with some turkey, maybe watching a little bit of Thanksgiving football. But hey, before we get into the details of the video, make sure you guys go support Salty Scales. Black Friday, my code, if you want to support my channel as well, use my code. It's CCBF119. I'm going to leave everything down in the description box below. We're having 25% off. We're doing some crazy packs. If you spend $75, you get a buff, get a random gift. You spend $200, you get a free shirt, you get a bunch of free goodies. So go check all that out. Everything's in the description box below. Well, my BG, Daiwa BG, you guys were really interested in the new reel, seeing if it held up, looking at all the specs, watching it when we took it out fishing. So hey, I got a new reel I'm introducing to the channel. Let's go check it out. Woo! What's up guys? We got the Creed GT by 13 Fishing. Hey, if you guys have never heard of 13, go check them out. I'm going to leave them in the description. No, this isn't a paid plug or anything like that. They do have great reels. I have used them in the past. I don't own any. Josh owns some, but they're super smooth. We also offer these on the Salty Scales website, so go check that out. But let's get into this unboxing, first impression. First of all, pretty good looking box. You got to give them that. Very clean. But I know you don't want to see the box. You want to talk about the reel. Can't see it yet. Bam! Look at that. Hey, right out of the box you notice it's got a red and black accents all over it. So that's a pretty good looking reel. It feels really good in the hand. You got your handle right here, very lightweight. So let's I'm gonna bring you guys in closer, check out the details, go over some specs. Alright, so bringing you in a little bit closer to the reel, you can actually really start to appreciate the beauty that they actually put into it and the craftsmanship. So you get those, the red and black really pop, especially in the sun. The red almost looks chrome-like, so you don't really get that on a lot of other reels, so that's really cool. It's outside the box. They even got a Creed GT sticker in here, so it's not like lasered in there or anything like that, but they also put that for some great accents. You got a CNC spool. That's actually really nice. So they're probably doing that to cut some weight, just like some other companies have been doing. They're trying to cut down weight on the spool, so they're really taking out every bit of it without actually ruining any of the integrity there. One thing that made me actually gravitate towards this reel is the price point. It's kind of in a price point of its own. It's right under $100, so you're probably looking at like 90 bucks. And it's right, so that puts it right under the Penn Battle 2, the Daiwa BG, and those are some really, really reputable reels. People get a lot of use out of them, so you're going to get a little bit of a more affordable reel, but it might hold up just as well. And we're going to put that to the test. That's the whole point in getting it, is I'm going to compare it to the Daiwa BG at the end, so maybe you could get a very comparable reel for a lesser price. Alright, so another thing that I right out of the box noticed about this reel is the handle. First of all, the handle's a little bit funky looking, so we'll see if that's actually functional. It looks like they pivoted the actual handle so you get a little bit smoother reeling, but we'll put that to the test. The EVA foam here, I always like that on my reels. You know, it's non-slip grip, so those are really, really nice. But then you go on here and you see a screw, and I was actually really confused at first by what this was. Well, I noticed you had to actually take it off, just like so, and you almost need a flathead screwdriver to do this effectively, and you don't want to lose this because this actually goes inside the reel. But that is how you're going to put the handle on. So you're going to take your handle and put it on just like so, and instead of it just reeling in, so see, typically with a reel, you could reel it right in and she'd stick, but it's not going to do that. What you're going to have to do is put the reel in there, take your plastic cap off on this side, and then you're going to have to take this screw that came on the side of the actual reel and put it in the other side and lock it in. So that's one thing that I right out of the box noticed about the reel. That's a little bit on the annoying side, but hey, if it holds up, and once you do that, so let's say you only fish, you know, with your reel on the left side, and you're never going to have to really do that again, it's not that big of a deal. So it's not a deal breaker or anything like that. And hey, it might actually make the reel hold up a little longer. We'll see. But she's smooth, buttery smooth. I mean, look at that. So for a reel right under $100, right out of the box, super smooth. That's a good thing. Another thing that I noticed is just how much grease they actually put in this reel. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but man, they lathered this thing in some grease. So if the outside of it looks like that, I can only imagine what the inside of it looks like. But that's a positive thing. I mean, you can't really over grease a reel. You can, but still, you want a lot of grease on there to make sure she's greased up. Or a lot of companies don't do that from the manufacturer, so that can actually hurt you, especially if you don't know that and you're using the reel without it being properly greased. You can actually hurt it in the long run. So word of the wise, if you do get a reel and notice that it's grinding right out of the box, you got to open it up and put some grease in there. It's going to help the reel perform better and make it last that much longer. All right, so let's talk about a little bit of the specs and what 13 says that this reel has to offer. So the Creed GT by 13 has a corrosion resistant drivetrain. So they're saying that it can hold up in the salt water. That's a very important thing, especially for anybody that does fish the salt water. You're gonna want that corrosion resistant. One awesome thing that you notice on the box, like this is one of the most important things that I see in the box, is the Japanese Hami cut gearing. So when you're bulldogging those redfish out of the trees, your gears or your teeth in there aren't gonna break. So that is extremely important. That says that the reel should survive the test of time, especially on bigger fish. You're getting a max drag of 13 pounds out of a 3000 reel, which isn't too bad. It could be a little bit better, but I believe the BG was like 18 pounds of drag on that 3500. So we're gonna put that to the test as well. But 13 pounds is plenty. You shouldn't really need too much more on a 3000 series reel. It's 10 plus 1 steelless ball bearings. So you got plenty of bearings in there. They're probably putting those in there to make it that much smoother. But as we've known, the more bearings doesn't mean it's actually smoother. You got a fat bale wire right here. So if I would compare this to anything, it's kind of like the Pin Battle 2. So you're getting a really fat wire there, and it does have a nice little click over there. It doesn't make that sound like a pin actually does, which I really like when reels do, but it is a thick wire, so it's not gonna break really easily. That's one complaint. That was one of the few complaints I had on the Daiwa BG, is the wire was so thin and flimsy. It has held up over time, but you can tell on this reel, it is not nearly as flimsy as the BG. But overall, it looks like 13 really put in some key things in this reel, especially for a reel that's under $100. So we're gonna put her to the test, see if she can actually survive in the salt water, and see if she doesn't break. All right, so I know you guys have been asking for a new reel on the channel for me to test something out. I really enjoy actually testing products out and giving you my honest opinions about them. So this is it, Creed GT by 13. So she's gonna be introduced to the channel. Make sure, if you have any questions about this reel, make sure you leave them in the comments down below. I'm gonna be doing an official review within the next couple months, let you know how the reel's held up and what I really think about it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you pound that thumbs up button. It really helps me out. Leave a comment down below, please. And also, go check out all of our Black Friday sales, saltyscales.com. All right, guys, peace.